I normally don't have trouble putting together lists of things. This is like it's honestly impossible, and this is what I feel like. I wrote this down. I could probably change it right now, like to some, like interchangeably mixing and mashing. But I tried to mix my own desires, but also a little of objectivity. Actually, so it's probably a little different than giving 4.5 glasses to pixels. This is a mix, if you
This
will.
was hard. I'm not gonna lie. This was hard, but I just tried to come up with the top five that I consistently listen to and like, and that came to my head right away. And
Okay,
that's what I did.
purely subjective then. Got it. So how about we start with number 5? Can we have an? Is there like a? Can we add in like a 6 and a 7? Actually, I can't because if it treads on your toes, I don't want to ruin the excitement. So we'll leave them for the end. How about that?
You could do a discard, yeah, if you want
No,
to.
let's do it
Ones that
at
almost
the
made it.
end.
Okay.
But I have got oh I love 80s music so much, and contrary to popular belief that people of the 60s and the 70s or people like who have listened to music from the 60s and 70s and enjoy it and say that when the 80s came around people were just too coked up, they didn't care about the actual music itself. I could not disagree more with that sentiment, and you will see so by the songs that I have chosen, and I'm very excited to give you a number 5. And my influence here is actually pretty large. I was there for the entirety of this group, and just from presentation to the actual music itself, and even afterwards, and even now, which is going to be very strange after I tell you who this is and what song I'm choosing for number 5. Going to be a lot of disagreement. A lot. You'd probably disagree more with me on this song than Pixels being the greatest movie of all time. And at
Oh
number
no.
5, Milli Vanilli, "Blame It on the Rain."
The lip syncing group, Milli Vanilli.
That's right.
Oh
Dude,
man.
the amount of times I have sung that before and after their, I wonder where they are now. I'd like to hang out with them. Be like, dude, I gotta know about this. Like, tell me
We
everything.
should reach out. Yeah, Milli Vanilli, man. I haven't thought about them in a while, but Blame It on the Rain. Undeniable,
Girl, you
right?
know it's true. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is a song that I just it puts me in a good headspace, good vibe. Um, never been to this continent, but it's Africa by Toto.
Mm. So that's going to be my honorable discharged veteran number 6, I will say. So I'm glad I didn't ruin it. That would be my wife's number 1. I think I think by all standards that should be a 1 or 2 spot on an objective standard, if you will. But subjectivity is a fun one. Why don't you go next to number 4? What do you got?
Number 4, another one that just great. Put the sun down, or put the sun down. Put the windows down. Have the sun come out. Listen to this song.
Dude, imagine if you could put the sun down, like
Put
a
the sun
light
down.
switch. Be like, bitch, get down. You're down. All right, so put the sun down on us, and let's get to number 4.
This is Men at Work, the Australian band Down Under.
It's a good
Love that
one.
song.
It's a great one. This is the problem with 80s music. Or I guess, nah, I mean, if you were, 80s is a really tough one. Big fan. I also, on the outskirts, I would say it's in my top 20. My number 4 is one of those that's been utilized in a lot of films, and or people at seemingly think they can actually do the song at karaoke, and you think it's gonna go well, and there's like not going so hot here. And I'm not saying Don't Stop Believing, but I'm saying Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle. And anytime this motherfucker gets on, it is ripping. And that's my number 4.
That's good. I've never attempted that song at karaoke, but I have attempted my number 3. And I don't stop believing, Jonathan. I don't. We're doing Journey.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's the number 1 sung karaoke song. It is.
So this song will continue to get played generations from now, like
That's right.
always and forever.
It's a good one to rip. My number three actually isn't my subjective number three, but I think in a groundbreaking fashion, um, it has to be in the top five of 80s music, and that's the Beastie Boys' Brass Monkey. Just like I've been listening to Beastie Boys recently. They were so ahead of their time, like for white dudes, just crushed. Like absolutely like Sabotage, by the way. I don't know when that came out, but like mid 90s, early 90s, something. What a one of the greatest songs, like one of my favorite songs of all time. Just absolutely ripping it. But Brass Monkey, I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I wouldn't put it in a top 25 for me, but I think it is objectively. It should be a top five.
I love Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
I was actually, I don't think Brass Monkey was. It was like in my top 15 on this when I was deciding.
Mm.
But I had what was the other one that I had? I had another one that was almost made the list. But anyways,
Don't
uh,
stop till Brooklyn.
yeah, it's great. What's
And
your number two?
So my number two is actually near. These next two are actually my one and two for this exact and precise moment that we are speaking. If you were to call me on another day, my number one is these. Number one and two are I'll sing at karaoke, which is strange for the first, but number two is something of a near and dear, actually in the 80s and actually now that I frequently continue to go back and play. And if you're a big fan of Mr. One Bobby Brown, New Edition's Mr. Telephone Man would really set you apart in what I think to be almost a perfect song. And it just gets in my head and I can't get it out. But Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. And I call my baby's number and I hear a click every time. Just, love it. Big fan. Saw Bobby Brown dancing recently. I hope he doesn't hurt himself. Getting a little old. Yeah.
I think
Anyway,
I need to listen to this song. It's not coming
you
to
don't know it?
my head.
Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. If you call my baby's number, I hear a click every time. Mr. Telephone Man. No?
No, don't know it. Don't recall
Then
it.
you've never heard it. It's outstanding. New Edition, fantastic. New Edition was Bobby Brown's band before Bobby Brown. I don't know if you
Okay,
know this.
yeah, I know New
Okay.
Edition.
Yeah, you should just listen to all New Edition. Excellent, excellent music.
Okay, my number two, just one of my. It's definitely top 25 songs of all time.
Yeah. What do you got?
What's your
backstory?
Yacht Rock.
Yeah. Nice.
Hall & Oates, Private Eyes.
Yeah, nice. I knew this was going to be so. Out of Touch is my favorite Hall & Oates song, but you can't go wrong with just pick and choose whatever you like. Like for me,
Yeah.
it was number 7, I would say. So it was close. I had a really tough time with all the Hall & Oates songs. Honestly, I've seen them live. They were crushing it. 70 over 70 years old, and I think they again broke up. But I can't hate on that. Can't hate on that. I mean, you could choose Maneater. You could choose whatever you like. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Hall & Oates, just what a dynamic duo. And I guess I'll go first with number one. This song, I've spent way too much time spending money on replicating it, listening to it, watching and listening to other people replicate it on whether it's a guitar, whether like you could do it on a table with your hands. I really think this beat is probably like the craziest and most unique beat. The band itself, I got addicted to, and still am addicted to the lead. And we'll just get into it. You won't know who I'm going to say, but Mr. David Byrne is just, on the spectrum and does things in a very weird, kooky way. They say they're never going to play with each other again live. They just don't have to. I really regret his decision to not tour again. But this has been in my top 20 favorite songs of all time. I think it's like third or something. But it's the Talking Heads, This Must Be the Place. And boy, I can't get it out of my head. And it's just like, you'll think about it after this. And it's my number one 80s song of all time. This must be the place.
I
I love the lyrics too.
I love the lyrics. I love the melody. I love David Byrne and the Talking Heads. I think that's a great pick, and I almost picked it.
Oh shit! Glad you didn't.
I almost did. And I picked another Talking Heads song just because it just encapsulates what the '80s sounds like to me. I love the lyrics. I love that you can have a song where he's basically just talking,
Yeah,
and it's Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads.
excellent, outstanding song. And I will say that I I'll have like a few drinks in me. It'll be a Friday night. I'll go back and forth between these two. I'll listen to them back to back and be like, this one is definitely better. No, this one's better. And then I'll do it again. And I'm like, while I'm listening to it, I was like, this is the greatest song of all time. Like, you think about the construction of the both songs individually, and you're like, this is the greatest song of all time. I do that. I continually still do that.
I literally did
So
that
when
last night when I was
yeah,
deciding this list.
it's dude, it's so hard. And I think that's what I was getting to. And like some of these would change like that. I could interchange those two songs, and I would be happy with it. But yeah, fantastic. Top 5.
I could literally take most of the songs in your list, besides the one that I haven't heard, and like probably insert it too. So, '80s was
Yeah.
a fruitful time. Great music. Can't complain.
Bismarck, like if you were to add that in as well, like just I almost I had to add that, but I was like, I don't know, blame it on the rain. Like when it's just the whole totality of it. And then Welcome to the Jungle. But anyway,